welcome to the Irvine Valley College 2023 commencement ceremony. Our graduation ceremonies are set to begin. As a courtesy, please silence your cell phones. I ask guests that are able to, please rise for the national anthem and the processional and remain standing until the complete singing of our national anthem. We also ask for the removal of caps and hats. Our processional and pomp and circumstance will now begin.
Please remain standing while the Irvine Police Honor Guard present the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lines of the free and the home of the brave?
Our thanks to IVC Music Major Raylan Cudd and the Irvine Police Honor Guard. Will our honored guests, faculty, and graduates please be seated? Please take a moment as we honor, acknowledge, reflect, and express our sincere gratitude for and appreciation of the peoples, ancestors, and sacred land that we gather upon today. We honor the ancestral homelands and traditional territories of indigenous peoples who have been here since time immemorial, and to recognize that we must continue to build solidarity and kinship with Native indigenous communities. At Irvine Valley College, we honor the Kizh Nation, the Hashiman Nation, the Gabrielino and Togva tribe. And we would also like to pay our respects to the land and life of indigenous people, the ancestors, elders, and our relatives' relations, past, present, and emerging. Good evening. Welcome to the 38th annual commencement of Irvine Valley College, where today we celebrate the class of 2023. I am John Hernandez. As president, it is my honor to welcome family, friends, dedicated faculty, staff, trustees, and all the supporters of our graduating class. At this time, I would like to make a few introductions, starting with the platform party, and I ask if you would please hold your applause until we finish. Beginning on my right, Classified Senate President Desiree Ortiz, Vice Chancellor of Business Services Anne Marie Gable, Vice Chancellor of Human Resources Cindy Viscachel, Vice President for Administrative Services David Kachatrian, Vice President of Student Services, Martha McDonald. Vice President for Instruction, Rick Miranda. Student Trustee, Rachel Abalos. ASIVC President and our student speaker, Angelica Bustos. Full-time Teacher of the Year and tonight's speaker, Winnie Ding. Academic Senate President, Daniel DeRoulet. Trustee and Clerk of the Board, Carolyn Inman. Trustee T.J. Prendergast III, Trustee Barbara J., Board President Tim Jamal, Trustee Marsha Milchiker, Chancellor Juliana Barnes, and sitting off stage, our outstanding part-time Teacher of the Year, Hartrisha Dinza, and all of our IVC deans and faculty. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium the South Orange County Community College District Board of Trustees President, Tim Jamal.
Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Hernandez. What a great afternoon it is. I'm so happy to be here at this fabulous institution, Irvine Valley College. Those are the words, when I say fabulous, these are the words that I hear when I talk to some of you before tonight's commencement. Fabulous, awesome, amazing. And looking at the students, I see the faculty there, all of you, and the administration and trustees behind it. Trust me, you picked a great institution. So on behalf of our Board of Trustees of the South Orange County Community College District, there are 7 of us that govern this district. I offer my warmest congratulations to all of you. This day is really a culmination of lots of work I know that's gone into your personal life and your academics over the last few years, but I think today is only part of the story. You have adapted and grown up in a time of real change, lots of change over the last few years, and you've made adjustments in different ways over the years, and I think those adjustments and changes have probably enriched your experience and made you stronger for it. Now, I don't know where you're going to go from here. I don't know whether it's going to be a 4-year institution. Some of you will go there. Some of you will stay in the workforce or go in the workforce. But I have no doubt whatsoever that what you did here at Irvine Valley College, that's going to stay with you the rest of your life. And the experiences you've had here, wherever you go, this is going to have a huge impact on you. I know when I drive around Orange County, I do that a lot. I see, the IVC bumper stickers. I see IVC shirts. I see on the signs on the OCTA buses. I know it makes me smile. So when you, maybe it still makes you smile, but when you come back, wherever you go, think of IVC. Always remember IVC. Remember the people that helped you. You helped yourself the most, but your faculty, your friends, your parents, they all had a big part of this. I think, education for me is everything. I do a lot of traveling around the world. I go to places where education is not a priority. I go to places where there's not a lot of democracy. I go to places where there's not a lot of civil society. And I go to places where there's lots of conflict and people get hurt and people die. And so I think your education here is invaluable. It's going to advance your growth in so many ways. And I think it'll be it's the key to everyone's success, and I think it will be the key to your success. And I want to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela, who said, quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world," end quote. And I really believe that in my heart, and I hope all of you believe it as well. Graduates, do good for yourself, do good for others. And with that, keep pride in IVC. Remember where it all started. It started here, and go Lasers. Thank you.
It is now my honor to welcome South Orange County Community College District Chancellor Juliana Barnes.
Thank you so much, President Hernandez. And congratulations, graduates of 2023. Oh my gosh, I've been in the business for about 30 years, and this is actually the best looking bunch of graduates I've ever seen in 30 years. So much so, I actually got out of the dinosaur phases, and I am now on LinkedIn, so I'm gonna do a selfie. All right, check that out tonight. So today we're celebrating commencement, and if you actually look up the word commencement, or if you think about it, within that word is commence. So while you're concluding one phase of your educational journey, you're actually beginning or commencing the next phase of your life, whether that be to go into the workforce, whether you're transferring, or just having a good time, or maybe a combination of all those things. For many of you, there were a lot of trials and tribulations that you experienced, but at the end of the day, you made it and you're sitting here today. Like perhaps myself, I was the first one in my family to attend college. Perhaps some of you were the first ones in your own family to attend college. And going through that process is not an easy thing. There's forms that you need to fill out. You have to see your counselor. You have to take tests. You have to, work your schedule and your busy schedules. And then there's just this whole ambiguous world ahead of you. Many of you also face other challenges along the way. Perhaps you had to work part-time or full-time. Perhaps you had a family to take care of. And I'm sure there were times that you were like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can I finish this paper? Can I finish this assignment? Can I stay up till 1 a.m., studying to do this? And you did it. So think about those times. You did it, and it paid off, you persevered, and you are here today. So today I join you and your faculty and your classified professionals and all of the folks here today to congratulate you on a job well done. So while you revel in these accomplishments, also remember to give thanks to your loved ones, your neighbors, your friends, for the support that they also provided to you, because it really does take a village to do this. So after today, you will be met with changes to your schedule. You've been very regimented. I need to go to class on Mondays and Wednesdays. I need to study. I need to go to work. And so your daily schedules will also change. And so your experience in life will also continue to change. There was a great author that once said, and his name is Isaac Asimov, and he once said, the only constant in life is change. And so our world is constantly changing. So in order to keep up with these changes, we need to be willing to continue to grow and change ourselves. And so when you made the choice to walk onto the campus of this great Irvine Valley College, you started this growth process. And when you chose to stay, regardless of the challenges ahead of you, you continued with that process of change. Many of you here this evening will teach our children or adults. You will nurse us back to health or ensure that our rights are being protected. Others will keep us safe, entertain us, keep our books straight, and so on. Some of you here today may perhaps discover another cure for a particular cancer or help to create the latest technology. No matter what your role, our nation will be better for it because you are willing to improve yourselves through education. You reach one goal here today, and by earning your degree or certificate, but remember, this is just a goal. You have many more ahead of you, and we will be cheering you on every step of the way. So with that, congratulations, class of 2023. You give us all hope. I am honored, and I am proud. Thank you, thank you. Before I leave the podium, I do just want to say we are, you have a sister college, and it's called Saddleback College, and their commencement is taking place at this very same moment. And so there's going to be a few of us that are going to sneak out so that we can give the love to both IVC and Saddleback College. But just know that we are going to still be cheering for you along the way. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Board President Jamal and Chancellor Barnes. Doesn't it feel amazing to be in this venue? This sea of blue, and it is just beautiful. And I have to say, you all look wonderful, and seeing you on the brand new Jumbotron is also incredible. Graduates, we are here to celebrate your educational journey at IVC. Whether your time here was traditional, slightly unconventional, or perhaps something in between, you have arrived at this important milestone. During your time as a student, you found new ways to adapt and triumph in the classroom, on Zoom, via Canvas, or through countless other challenges. You made it happen. This graduation ceremony serves as an affirmation of your commitment, your resiliency, and your family support. And I know that commencement is particularly meaningful for those of you who are the first in your families to graduate. As a first-generation immigrant, I understand the importance of today's commencement. My parents, Juan and Raquel, like many of your parents, came to this country seeking better opportunities for their children. Earning a college degree is one way we fulfill our family's hopes and dreams for a better life, and it prepares a path for those who follow us. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and honor your loved ones, many who are here today, whether it be parents, your chosen family, significant others, friends, perhaps college personnel who have supported you on your educational journey. Please join me in expressing gratitude to these individuals. Earning an IVC degree or certificate is an exceptional achievement, and I am truly, truly privileged to serve as your president. I am inspired by our diverse student body represented here this evening. Crossing this stage brings public recognition of your hard work and personal sacrifices. We honor each of you for succeeding and empowering yourselves to reach this pinnacle. We celebrate and recognize your academic accomplishments. It is my hope that IVC has prepared you to keep going and to keep growing. Your individual talents will take you far in life. As president, I've had the opportunity to meet many of you throughout the year at celebrations, remembrances, festivals, commemorations, heritage events, symposiums, and many hands-on and awareness activities that you organized. And your collective qualities and knowledge inspire us all. I am particularly honored to recognize two of your classmates who I believe are with us tonight. This year, IVC celebrates our youngest graduate in our 38-year history, 11-year-old Tycho Elling. Tycho is graduating magna cum laude with an AS degree in mathematics while simultaneously taking classes as a Division of Continuing Education student at UC Irvine. And our oldest graduate, 70-year-old Ray Ashfar, is receiving an Associate in Science in Real Estate and a Certificate of Achievement in Real Estate Sales and a Certificate of Achievement as a Real Estate Broker. To me, that says you're not too young and you're never too old to benefit from education. It is with much respect and admiration that I would like to take a few minutes to share and acknowledge some of the collective accomplishments of this year's graduating class. This morning, we recognize 25 early college graduates from Beckman High School. Most have earned an IGETC Certificate of Achievement or an associate degree, all while simultaneously graduating from high school, and many of them are joining us today as part of this graduating class. This commencement, 1,600 total students will be receiving degrees. We are conferring 1,401 certificates of achievement, 1,543 Associate of Art degrees, 298 Associate of Arts for transfer degrees, 747 Associate of Science degrees, and 407 Associate of Science for transfer degrees. 1/4 of you are the first in your families to finish a college degree or certificate. At IVC, it's not uncommon to juggle a full course load alongside meeting family responsibilities and working multiple jobs. In fact, more than 55% of our students work and attend classes. And to accomplish your goals, many of you have taken courses both in person and online, and we salute your commitment. This year, IVC served 600 veteran students and 150 dependents. Many are graduating with transfers to prestigious universities. I would like to ask our student veterans, if they are able, to please stand and be recognized. Thank you sincerely to all our veterans and their families for your service and sacrifice. As a campus, we are also honored to recognize the dedication and accomplishment of our ASIVC student government leaders and their outstanding contributions to student engagement and student life. If you are a member of any branch of student government, including Interclub Council, and you are able, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize our students who are graduating with distinction. 574 students will graduate cum laude with an average GPA of 3.5 to 3.74. 666 students will graduate magna cum laude with a grade point average of 3.74 to 3.99. And 337 students will graduate summa cum laude with a grade point average of 4.0. Would those of you who achieved one of these three categories, please stand if you are able to be recognized. Thank you. Many of our graduates will transfer to a four-year university. IVC's 2023 graduates have been accepted at all 9 campuses of the University of California, and many are heading off to Cal State universities. This year, our IVC students will also be transferring to institutions such as USC, Chapman, Tufts, Boston College, Scripps, and Occidental College, to name a few. And we are especially proud that we have 246 honor program students graduating this year. In closing, I am certain Irvine Valley College has played a very special role in your life. As you continue down your personal and professional paths, I encourage you to stay connected with IVC. IVC will always be your home, a place you can come back to. You are and always will be IVC Lacers. Now please join me in welcoming to the podium Academic Senate President Dan DeBrule.
Good evening, everyone. During commencement each year, the Academic Senate President, on behalf of the faculty, has the honor of recognizing 3 instructors, one from our emeritus ranks, one from our part-time, and one from our full-time ranks, who have been selected by our graduating students and by our students generally as Outstanding Teachers of the Year. So let's begin with our Outstanding Emeritus Teacher of the Year, Rosa Turi. Rosa Turi has contributed her extensive health and fitness experience to the IVC Emeritus Institute since she began teaching line dancing for mature adults in 2018. Throughout her career, she has taught hundreds of adult students as a line dance instructor for over 20 years and a turbo kick instructor for more than 10 years. In their nominations, students express their appreciation for the welcoming class environment that she cultivates, specifically praising her dedication to learning, her equitable and respectful treatment of her students, and her dedication to providing sincere feedback on their skills and learning. We regret that she is unable to join us tonight for the commencement to hear your applause, but nonetheless, please join me in honoring Professor Turi today. Secondly, we have an outstanding part-time Teacher of the Year, and this is Hartrisha Dinsa. Hartrisha Dinsa earned an Associate in Arts degree in psychology as a student at Irvine Valley College, and continuing to pursue her career, obtained a BA from the University of California, Irvine, and an MA from Cal State University, Fullerton, and an additional MA from Claremont Graduate University, where, apparently not tired of collecting degrees, she is currently pursuing a PhD. Her students in her psychology courses praise her help and guidance, as well as her extensive knowledge and constant patience in her role as their teacher. Professor Dinsa offers valuable insight to IVC with her extensive applied research focused on promoting positive development across diverse populations, specifically youth who are minorities, low income, victims of abuse, and otherwise marginalized. Professor Dinsa has published and presented at a variety of conferences pertaining to the field of psychology and social and behavioral sciences. She further serves IVC students as a member of the Institutional Review Board at IVC and Guided Pathway Committee, and as a faculty mentor for Psi Beta Community College National Honor Society in Psychology. That is quite a list of accomplishments. Please join me in honoring Professor Dinsa today as she comes to the stage to receive this year's award for Part-Time Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, Professor Dinsa. Finally, it is my honor to introduce to you Outstanding Full-Time Teacher of the Year, Professor Winnie Din. Although relatively new to the IVC full-time faculty community, Professor Winnie Din's educational experience is rich and deep. She has studied abroad in Mexico, Peru, and Brazil, has taught English in multiple countries, and brings her cultural and linguistic knowledge to her teaching activities in IVC's wonderful ESL program. In nominating her for IVC's Full-Time Teacher of the Year Award, Professor Din's students have consistently and enthusiastically praised her commitment to helping them through their studies here, through her teaching expertise and her commitment to their educational and personal growth. Professor Din also serves IVC students beyond the boundaries of her own classes by her work with college councils, working groups, and student clubs. She has indeed hit the ground running at IVC, and her students and faculty colleagues are grateful for her presence here. Please join me in honoring Professor Din's substantial contributions to our IVC community today as she comes forward to receive this year's award for Full-Time Teacher of the Year. And now I'd like to introduce our Vice President of Instruction, Rick Miranda, who will introduce our keynote speaker today.
Good afternoon, good evening. What a beautiful day for this wonderful event. You might think that a few clouds take away from this day, but it's your radiant smiles that light up this event. Now, it is my honor and privilege to introduce you to this evening's keynote speaker. Since joining the college's Department of English as a Second Language in August 2021, this faculty immediately brought innovation and experimentation to her classes, such as the use of case studies. She has fostered an inclusive learning environment and worked diligently to provide her students with the tools they need to succeed both in and out of the classroom. Irvine Valley College provides the students with the opportunity to nominate their faculty for Teacher of the Year. Allow me to share a few nomination comments. Students expressed the patience, encouragement, and enthusiasm of this faculty for all their students. One comment that truly resonated was, "She has given us the courage to speak and practice our new language skills, enabling us to better acclimate to our environment." That's a powerful statement, learning a new language and feeling comfortable expressing yourself. They also praised her teaching style as engaging and specifically acknowledged their enjoyment of the cultural activities she incorporated into their lessons. Lest we forget her commitment outside of the classroom. Our keynote speaker is actively involved in multiple facets here at IVC, such as serving on Student Success and Equity Council, Guided Pathways Task Force, participating in full-time hiring committees for more ESL students and faculty, and as co-advisor for the Asian American Pacific Islanders AAPI Club. By now, I am sure you see that our speaker is recognized both for her dedication to the students and her commitment to the campus community. With that, please join me in welcoming Professor Winnie Din.
Greetings, Board of Trustees. Chancellor Barnes is gone. President Hernandez, faculty, staff, honored guests, and above all, you, Irvine Valley College graduates. I have a secret to share with you today. When I was little, I used to live in a garage with my parents. We had just immigrated to the United States. From garage, we moved to one room in a house, and a few years later, we got into a Section 8 apartment. For those who might not know, Section 8 housing is when the government helps pay rent for very low-income families. Growing up, I didn't have much guidance or even high expectations for myself. I am the first person in my family to attend and graduate from college. I am also the first to make more than minimum wage. Today, I want to speak with you, heart to heart, as a former community college graduate. You are all receiving the same degrees, but your journey is different from the person sitting next to you. Some of you had a rough childhood. Some of you are students with disabilities. In this crowd, there are Pride Scholars, Guardian Scholars, Dreamers, veterans, students of color, reentry students, and many more identities. Despite your personal struggles, you are here. You have accomplished what many other people cannot or don't have the opportunity to. So you should feel proud. Don't let anyone discredit your hard work or look down on you because you go to community college. They can kick rocks. You save money. Okay? So use and had a great education. So use some of that money to treat yourself to a Vegas buffet. Because your hard work deserves celebration. Graduates, as you plan the next steps in life, remember this. Preparation is the shadow of success. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be well prepared. Being the best is subjective and replaceable. On the other hand, being well prepared is achievable. To prepare, you can do 3 things: learn, work, and adapt. Let's begin with learning. I'm not here today to tell you to study more. That's just boring advice. Instead, be your own teacher. If somebody in your past didn't teach you what you needed to know, teach yourself. Every piece of knowledge is a tool. The more tools you have, the more prepared you are to solve life's different problems. As a professor in ESL, English as a second language, I teach English to adult learners. Here at IVC, we offer free, non-credit English classes to everyone in the community. Our students are usually immigrant parents and grandparents. I have a lot of respect and love for my students because they have to start over in a new country while learning a new language. And yet, they come to class smiling, eager to learn. Don't ever think you are too old to learn something new. It is not your age that limits you. It's your thinking. I have a student in my beginning conversation class. She is from Colombia. She has gray, curly hair. Every day, she comes to IVC 30 minutes before class time just to review her book notes. Do you know how old she is? Take a guess. She is 80 years young. Isn't that amazing? Stay curious and expand your mind. With knowledge comes practice. When you know something, you need to apply it in real experience. You have to work. This is the second part of preparation. Before you talk about strong passion and changing the world, prove that you can show up on time and do the job correctly, despite how small it may be. Working builds self-discipline and endurance, 2 qualities necessary for success. When it comes to your future, don't bet on luck. Bet on the work that you put in. Bet on yourself. preparation is the shadow of success. When I was in my 20s, I wanted to travel the world. I didn't have money. I had never traveled outside of the country before, but still, I bet on myself. I worked many jobs. I was a pretzel roller, bank teller, tour guide, and the list goes on. Outside of working, I research a lot about cheap travels. All my preparation paid off because I was able to backpack alone through Europe, Asia, Central America, and South America. I am telling you about my travels because I want you to see that where you begin in life does not define where you end in life. Think deeply about what you want to do. This goes beyond choosing a career. You are more than a career. You are more than the money you make. Whatever your wishes are, start preparing and put in work. Now, I have talked about learning and working, but the third and most important part of preparation is adapting. In life, changes are natural, like trees and flowers. Things evolve, you evolve. Leave room for vulnerability and failures. Leave room for days that stretch with disappointment and nights of quiet anxiety, because they will come. But note, you are not an IKEA table. Don't fold at setbacks. Don't box yourself in just to fit other people's ideas about who you should be, what you should do, or who you should love. You are your own person. No matter your background, no matter your size, even if you are short like me, find the fighter in you. When old ways don't work, think of new strategies. Be resourceful. Surround yourself with people you can learn from. Graduates, you survived community college during a pandemic. You faced isolation and lockdown. Even though it was a difficult and uncertain time for all of us, you persevered. Bravo to you! Hip hip hooray! All the faculty, staff, and administration at IVC are so proud of you. You have come a long way to this point in your journey, so keep moving, keep adapting. Whatever your dreams are, when you knock down the barriers, when you finally unlock the keys of success, leave the door open for those coming behind you. Help others when they are struggling on their journey. Regardless of age, we are all beginners at something. Being successful doesn't mean you throw away the keys. Be an architect. Help design a society that you want to live in. As an immigrant, I am where I am today because my parents sacrificed to give me one opportunity. Graduates, you are sitting in your seats today because maybe your families have sacrificed their dreams so you can fulfill yours. Or there are others who have helped you along this journey, such as your teachers, mentors, friends, and classmates. As you open different doors in life, always remember, you will never be this age again. So now, while you have time, energy, and conviction, live a life true to who you are. Class of 2023, may you come well prepared, may you unlock many opportunities, and may you construct a beautiful life. Woohoo! You did it! Congratulations!
At this time, we would like to recognize our retiring Soul faculty. This year we have one retirement. Would Gary Rybald please stand up and be recognized? Gary served the campus 29 years, 4 months, and 5 days. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to recognize and invite to the podium Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Martha McDonald.
Thank you, and good evening. It is now my honor to introduce tonight's student speaker. I have had the privilege over the last year or so of spending a great deal of time personally meeting and really getting to know firsthand about the accomplishments of this outstanding young woman that we're going to hear from today. In her 3 years at IVC, she overcame strenuous circumstances. She challenged herself to take on leadership roles and enhance her academics. During her time at IVC, she joined the Associated Students of Irvine Valley College as a senator and later was elected to be the student body president. As an ASIVC leader, she has been a strong advocate for first-generation college students. She has spoken about basic needs issues and helped to rebuild campus community both virtually and in person. She also founded the Latinx Club and continued to serve on the board of the Latinx Student Association. She will be transferring to a 4-year university as a public policy major, and in just a few minutes, she will share with you just where she'll be heading to now that her IVC journey will be completing. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome tonight's student speaker, Angelica Bustos.
Wow. I'm just going to take a brief moment just to look around. Well, welcome distinguished guests, faculty members, parents, family, friends, and of course, the graduates of 2023. I am honored to be here today among the brightest and most inspirational people of Orange County. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives as we celebrate a new beginning and recognize all of our hard work. As a first-generation Chicana, I stand here today filled with an immense sense of pride that cannot be put into words. For me, this journey was not merely about earning a degree and transferring, but it was about shattering stereotypes and breaking barriers with every step that I took. Now, I want to share a bit of my story and my journey through IVC, and I want to share some wisdom I would like to share as you all prepare to transfer out, begin your careers, or whatever next amazing step you have planned ahead. I want to start off with how I came to IVC. March 2020. I was in my senior year of high school, and on top of the pandemic basically ruining my senior year, college admissions came out. I got rejected from all the UCs I applied for and got waitlisted to UC Riverside. I was upset and stressed because I did not know what I was going to do. but I knew I did not want to go to the community college in my hometown. All throughout high school, I had this expectation for myself that I was supposed to go to a 4-year university straight out of high school. I kept questioning everything and wondering, what was I supposed to do? Going to a UC was in my plan, and now that I got rejected and the pandemic was getting worse, I was lost. My perfect plan that I had envisioned was completely out the window. But my older sister at the time was concluding her final year at UC Irvine. I told her about how I thought my world was coming to an end because I did not get into a university. But she once again brought up a suggested option that she told me about a while ago when I was visiting her at UCI. If you haven't guessed it yet, the alternative option was to live with her and her boyfriend in Orange County and attend Irvine Valley College. What started off as a kind offer that my older sister extended out to me ended becoming a life-changing experience for me. Now, when I came to IVC, I did not know what to expect. I had just moved from Orange County from the Coachella Valley during the peak of the pandemic. The only thing I knew about IVC is that I could take some classes and then transfer out. I had no idea that in my 3 years here, I'd had the opportunity to really discover who I am and where I want to be. In IVC, I was extremely fortunate to meet the most inspiring people I've ever met. Those people were the ones that inspired me to want to join ASIVC and helped me get elected in. I had the privilege to travel to Washington, D.C. and advocate for important issues facing our community college students, and even got the chance to meet the man himself, President Joe Biden. I gave IVC... Thanks, Mahir. IVC gave me more than just an associate's. IVC gave me, a first-generation Chicana, daughter of immigrants who grew up financially disadvantaged, and a chance to grow into a scholar and a leader, a chance to see beyond what I thought was my own potential. Now, as we all experienced in the last 3 years, life has a way of dramatically changing our plans whether we want it to or not. Right now, I want you all to take a moment and reflect on a time you've experienced an unexpected change and what you felt during that time. You may have found yourself at first facing an ocean of emotions like shock, panic, or even upset, to name a few. You then might have started pivoting into a state of stress due to the unknown or the lack of control you had over the new given change. Hopefully, you were then able to find solace in the change and begin coming to terms with the new given change of events and begin accepting this new course of your life you are now set to embark on. But now, I want to point out something. Whatever life events have occurred in your lives in the past 3 years, for better or for worse, we all managed to be here together on this given day and to celebrate one of many accomplishments in our lives. At times, you may have wondered, but what if this never happened, or what if I did get that X, Y, or Z? Let me leave you with these little phrases that got me through these last 3 years. You are exactly where you need to be. You are capable of becoming that person you envision. And also, always be kind. Today, I am proud to say that I am transferring to UC Riverside as a public policy major. That even though I got waitlisted in 2020 and later accepted, I still decided to go to IVC. For me, I am exactly where I needed to be. The road to get here was not easy. We have faced countless challenges and obstacles. Many of us had had to overcome financial hardships, language barriers, imposter syndrome, and cultural differences. We have had to navigate through unprecedented times, and with the pandemic forcing us to adapt to new ways of learning and living. But we are resilient, we are fighters, and we made it through together. But today is not just about us, it is also about those who have supported us along the way. To our parents, and to our families, and to our close friends, thank you for your unconditional love and support. You have been there with us through our hardest days and our best days. We could not be here without you. This next part of my speech, I want to dedicate it to my parents. Esta próxima parte de mi oratoria lo quiero dedicar a mis padres. Sorry. Mami, papi, gracias por apoyarme esos últimos 3 años. Ya sé que no era fácil dejar a su chinita ir al colegio comunitario a 2 horas cuando había uno a 20 minutos. Yo escogí un rumbo muy diferente que lo que conocían. y a veces dudaban si iba a terminar porque yo tomé un tercer año y cómo batallaba en la preparatoria. Pero hoy en día me siento muy preparada y más fuerte que nunca. Gracias por estar aquí conmigo y gracias por todo lo que han sacrificado por mí. Espero que ya están muy orgullosos de mí. Los quiero mucho y gracias por todo. Y también les quiero dar gracias a mis hermanas, Laura Ángel, María Ángel, Rosángel y también a Joseph por todo su apoyo y porque creyeron en mí. And yes, you guys heard those names right. They all sound the same. But now, to the faculty members and to the staff of Irvine Valley College, thank you for your dedication and your commitment to our success. You have challenged us to think critically, to push ourselves beyond our limits, and to never give up. I want to give a special thanks to the EOPS staff and counselors. Yes. Every time I had an issue with my grades, my classes, or just personal life dilemmas, everyone in that office offered a judgment-free and extremely supportive help. I also want to give another special thank you to the student life and student equity staff. You were all there for me since the beginning. You really made IVC feel like home. Whenever I was faced with an insurmountable issue, you all provided me with guidance and encouragement. And lastly, I want to give a final thank you to my ASIVC family. You all welcomed me when I did not know anybody else. You all pushed me to become a leader that I always wanted to be. You all showed me what college students can accomplish together as a team in the face of social injustice and global pandemics. I am proud of every single one of you. And now, to conclude my speech, please remember that as we leave this stage and move forward into the next chapter of our lives, let us not forget where we come from. Let us hold on to the lessons we have learned here, the memories we have made, and the friendships we have forged. We are trailblazers, setting the path for those who come after us. Our success is just not our own, but a testament to the strength and resilience of our communities. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite two recipients to the podium to accept awards for their service. Please join me in welcoming our South Orange County Community College District Student Trustee, Rachel Abalos. Rachel, thank you for your service to our college and the district during this past year as you fulfilled a term as our student trustee. And now I'm going to ask Angelica to return and step forward to be recognized for her leadership. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, Angelica, thank you for your commitment and your service during this past year as ASIVC president.
Class of 2023, I believe we are coming to the main event. In anticipation of such, would you all please rise, class of 2023. President Hernandez, it is my great honor to present on behalf of the faculty of Irvine Valley College this exceptional class for the conferral of their degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Irvine Valley College, these students are now candidates for the degrees of Associate in Arts and Associate in Science and Certificates of Achievement. By the authority vested in me by the state of California, the Board of Governors of the California Community Colleges, and the Board of Trustees of the South Orange County Community College District, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Associate in Arts and Associate in Science and all rights and privileges to which you are entitled. Now please come forward to receive your diploma or certificate of achievement. Congratulations.
Amina Mohammed Mohamud. Bobby Ray Berzotta. Stephen Kenji Good. Ben Tate Stratton, magna cum laude. Anthony Jesus Lara. Stacy Lynn Lobo, magna cum laude. Yolanda Joso.
Shreyanesh Nepal. Juanita Gonzalez. Brandon Anthony Chow. Christian Bressi. Nick Finley, cum laude. Crystal Leon Shio. Melody Arizel Luna Salgado. Zara Vadate. Hadley Holden Whitney Vasquez, cum laude.
Shayan Gayum Mipur. Mohammed Ferdas Homayoun, magna cum laude. Malik Patel. Ava Hahanchi, summa cum laude. Baran Mohseni. Donya Atash, magna cum laude. Galen Medras Weiss. Vanna Jane Armstrong. Kira Te Magna, summa cum laude.
Blaine Christopher Miller, cum laude. Joel Martinez. Manuel Hernando Gomez. Sarah Nagini Arborni, summa cum laude. Maida Ibrahim. Danya Gan Barzade. Brian Giovanni Ortanes.
Sheila Sudarshan Shalan. Deanna Jeanette Soto. Jeffrey Axel Romeon. Jonathan Philip Shea, magna cum laude. Behishta Abdul Sattar. Rokia Tu Ture Epseyo. William Kelly Koskran. Bijan No Yagubi. Molly Teresa McIlrath.
Emerson Reese Orozco. Shadi Mulule. Jessica Ann Roseborough, magna cum laude. Lucas Patrick Bowers, cum laude. Madeline Petra Shalin. Ranjana Rashvishkankar, magna cum laude.
Reshma Ravi Shankar, cum laude. Ava Elizabeth Howe, magna cum laude.
Eric Faru Ferno, magna cum laude. Joshua Bachiller Telez, cum laude. Ryan Cabagnat, cum laude. Ruby Barragan, summa cum laude.
Connor Harrison Rivas. Naomi Adams, magna cum laude. Shazil Jawad Khan. Kyle Yoshimi Futaba, magna cum laude. Nazazin Sediki. Jasmine Montalva. Maria Margarita Madera.
Megan Mackenzie Brown. Mitra Azimi, summa cum laude. Morsal Azimi, summa cum laude. Crystal Inciso. Simran Swatach. Kaviya Puba Raju, cum laude. Alexis Brooke Chung, magna cum laude.
Thomas Paul Chang III. Jade Pilar Bolton. Kevin Lee Henry, cum laude. Amani Sami Yassin, summa cum laude. Nagme Shabani. Argavan Vesag. Andrew Jean Kim, summa cum laude.
Daniel James Donelon. Rolando Jose Torres Lopez, cum laude. Jacqueline Marin. Joe Senna Pressy. Richard Anthony Corral, summa cum laude.
Marcus Reed Grijalva. Brian Edward de Leon del Rosario. Arthur Abraham Hernandez. Eric Luis Hernandez. Saqib Aniz.
Jason Castillo. Nicholas Roshan, summa cum laude. Julie Marie Christine Toussaint, cum laude. Ethan Tan Long Bui, cum laude.
Harvey Young, magna cum laude. Eddie Han, magna cum laude. Wilson Chow. Brandon Ung Do, cum laude.
Amy Wynn. Curtis Wagner. Thomas Brian Tishi Graber, cum laude. Lisette Baldit, cum laude.
Valerie S. Bailey. Tiana Madison Nunn. Ariana Nicole Nunn. Eliana Galvan. May Tan, cum laude. Kate Ashley Juban Villasin.
Benjamin Joseph Ostrom, summa cum laude. Amanda Michelle Palomo, cum laude. Lauren Piper Matson. Olivia Summer Ray, magna cum laude. Jessica Raybon Ontan Domingo, cum laude.
Isabella Ana Vallas. Farinaz Dadnam. Jonah Patrick Burns. Sophia Zoe Kirsch, cum laude. Mia Chang, cum laude. Kaylee Phuong Vi Trong, summa cum laude.
Ali Elmake. Tracy Lynn Renard, magna cum laude. Anton Tran, magna cum laude. Justin Marcel Radovan Kim, magna cum laude. Valerie Loren Marquez.
Alyssa Yvette Martinez. Anastasios Tassigeorgis, summa cum laude. Dionysius Tassigeorgos, summa cum laude. Nicole Souza de Castro, magna cum laude. Elena Shadon, magna cum laude. Abril Lara, cum laude.
Kenneth Fly. Jason Au, summa cum laude. Sophia Faraqui. Joseph Parker Snet Singer, magna cum laude. Muhib Rafi Sarpas.
Ryan Robert Weisner, magna cum laude. Techo James, Elling, magna cum laude. Isaac A. Hernandez, cum laude. Ahmad Al-Sadek. Stephanie Rasso. Tasneem Tayer Mashayek, magna cum laude. Narda Islas Ruiz, cum laude. Jana Masus Al-Sharif, summa cum laude.
Noor Samoei. Chloe Ann Deering. Bobby Jean Thompson, magna cum laude. Jamil Kareem Redmond. Pio Dumagat Reyes. Naomi Amber Soto.
Lucy Cao Nguyen. Sarina Iwai, summa cum laude. Kathleen Pan, cum laude. Justin Shayan Jadali, magna cum laude. Lily Liu. Joanne Ha Lam, magna cum laude. Jason Ha Lam.
Jacob Victor Luna. Nicholas Charles Lucas. Yiyu Arshia Liao, cum laude. Rania Malas, magna cum laude. Shinha Chu Sr. Weishu Zhao.
Jeffrey Bikas Kondo. Amy Lim, cum laude. Ray Afshar. Nicolette Nina Bond, magna cum laude. Faith Duneve, summa cum laude.
Berenice Villibre. Larissa Marie Para, summa cum laude. Suraj Sharma, summa cum laude. Gage Owen Posant, cum laude.
June An. Nikita Sargazi, cum laude. Sana Labina, magna cum laude. Huajun Wang. Xiaodong Ning, summa cum laude. Kevin Burns.
Cody Spencer. Lawrence Robinson. Haley Himeko Hosokawa, magna cum laude. Jarrett Henry Tomney.
McCoy Richie Cariaso, cum laude.
Jordan Jeremiah Moore, cum laude.
Fatemeh Zohrevan. Mohammed Komiya Bemar, magna cum laude. Milad Habibi, magna cum laude. Daniel Afzal, cum laude.
Mohammed Alamour, cum laude. Zaid Abdelbari, summa cum laude. Omar Abdelbari, summa cum laude. Faris Al-Jarosha. Mohammed Mazus Al-Shaf Arif, magna cum laude.
Amer Musa Ayesh. Josh Hong, magna cum laude. Karner Carson Fertig, magna cum laude. Sarina Rose Narsha Passion, magna cum laude.
Rachel Sao Lei.
Shanika Marie Lakbane Miller.
Laura Marcela Salazar Zulawaga.
Maya Jamal Salman, magna cum laude. JC Kaylin Huang, summa cum laude. Ja Puraga Patel, summa cum laude. Melanie Milin Nantha, summa cum laude. Sarah Alina Ton, magna cum laude.
Jason Tron, magna cum laude. Ashley Jaying Wu, summa cum laude. Allison Vu, summa cum laude. Tiffany Chin, summa cum laude. Christy Annie Garcia.
Sandra Leigh Betlan, magna cum laude. Vivian Tovi Don. Narmeen Serrano, cum laude. Mariam Aslam. Adena Christine Aguilar, magna cum laude.
Crit Tonjai, cum laude. Enrique Solario. Chloe Marliana Cook, summa cum laude. Christian Samuel Ridge, magna cum laude.
Mohammed Mateen Bobarshad. Esteban Rodriguez. Riley Sirus Jahan Shahi. Amin Abderraham Bukhar, magna cum laude.
Angeline Lay, magna cum laude.
Lindsay Trung, magna cum laude.
Emily Allison Lai, magna cum laude.
Sean Nguyen,
James Liu, magna cum laude.
Daisy Flores Mendez,
Savane Lee Kirk,
Kayla Alexis Salcedo,
Kathleen Vilvaldo,
Bray Nicole Hardy, cum laude.
Abraham Sufan,
Ivan Liu, magna cum laude.
Ziwe Guo, summa cum laude.
Lin Tet Ong, summa cum laude.
Lena Alicia Sanchez, magna cum laude.
Gasal Rasuli,
Elena Catherine Rodriguez,
Andrew Valdivia, magna cum laude.
Rara Aldel Atemish,
Enya Pineda,
Isabella Sepulveda, cum laude.
Sena Salamati, magna cum laude.
Ava Abadian, cum laude.
Arya Degani Champiri, summa cum laude.
Yasin Ahmed Atra, magna cum laude.
Vincent Wu, John V. Shaw,
Kira Rose Andrechuk, magna cum laude.
Andres Pineda,
Jennifer Marie Leo, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Kim, summa cum laude.
Sashi Bulasu Brumanian, summa cum laude.
Hafsa Javed, cum laude.
Sausan Khan, magna cum laude.
Chase Leggett, magna cum laude.
Alexis K. Kellogg, summa cum laude.
Vladislav Kondakov, magna cum laude.
Olan Jamal Hassan,
Anthony Marco Ambrose,
Evan Joe Kawashiri,
Dot Do Nguyen,
Madeline Jennifer Parr,
Shital Hadkar,
Valentina Nicole Medina, summa cum laude.
Justine Jamie Gotico, summa cum laude.
Maya Elbanova,
John Harley Relas, cum laude.
Peter Castro Ojinaga,
Juan Franco Valderrama.
Lawrence Tepp, magna cum laude.
Kalbedin Kalman Budin.
Luis Alexis Corridor.
Haley Jatine Kotari, cum laude.
Rain Bellamy Davenport, magna cum laude.
Safia Udine.
Harshini Sasikumar, magna cum laude.
Megan Huang, summa cum laude.
Alexis Nicole Marcelo, magna cum laude.
Danica Esmaya Velasco, magna cum laude.
Jade Madrigal, summa cum laude.
Jocelyn Flores.
Wende Fuentes.
Ali Ferhad Mohsen Zani.
Samiu Gosla, cum laude.
Quetzali Korak Garcia.
Chenglong Sai, cum laude.
Toa Masuyama, cum laude.
Edward Xavier Gunarian, magna cum laude.
Frida Sofia Lopez Messina, magna cum laude.
Zaira Lopez Leo, cum laude.
Austin Nagoshi Barber.
Karen Julian.
Tristan Jordan Young, magna cum laude.
Marisa Hussein Kuso.
Joshua Sloan, magna cum laude.
Trevor Jake Saturo Way, summa cum laude.
Dylan Dinley Chung, summa cum laude.
June Lee, magna cum laude.
Kelly Eileen Bennett.
Nicole Marie Nujib Estefanos, magna cum laude.
Charvi Talvar.
Wyatt Christopher Zudurian, magna cum laude.
Anastasia Crystal Andres, magna cum laude.
Danny Brandon Romo.
Rogel Gabriel Ronquillo Aguilar, summa cum laude.
Isaac Raphael Trustason, magna cum laude.
Patrick Lee, magna cum laude.
Ashley Powers.
Natalie Hubert, summa cum laude.
Tommy Hua, summa cum laude.
Jay Hua Hua, summa cum laude.
Christina Park, cum laude.
Lauren Michelle Hayden, cum laude.
Derek Levent Yuzan, magna cum laude.
Allison Nahera, summa cum laude.
Julianne Win Hung, cum laude.
Annie Huang, magna cum laude.
Dara Keen, magna cum laude.
Vanessa Calderon, cum laude.
Kelly Knock Win, magna cum laude.
Jarrett Tuleja.
Jackson Ronnie Fields.
Ethan Michael Na.
Gabrielle Joan Brown.
Chloe Alexandra Swanson.
Katrina Wong, magna cum laude.
Megan Almeida Ocampo, magna cum laude.
Keely Marie McCarthy, cum laude.
Lauren Colette Horsey.
Wallace Joe.
Randy Lim. Alvin Targan Lara, cum laude.
Catherine Liao.
Sonali Sudha Chada.
Mona Tavasoli, cum laude.
Julian Savory.
Hillary Chong, summa cum laude.
Natalie Garcia.
Eon Young.
Noor Dalati, magna cum laude.
Yuju Chang, summa cum laude.
Alexandria Margarita Martinez Marroquin.
Husai Sultani.
Mahvash Kuchak Desfuli, magna cum laude.
Stephen Fuentes.
Bianca Nereida Zamora.
Alice Chung, cum laude.
Frida Del Mar Baiza.
Alexandra Madrigal, magna cum laude.
Justin June, magna cum laude.
Oscar Salvador Aguilar, cum laude.
Ariana Pibernas, cum laude.
Eric Dye, magna cum laude.
Bulugana Gadara Thakruka Dilshani Wijabandara, cum laude.
Krishma Ibrahimi.
Nina Vatani, magna cum laude.
Mia Rayun Stewart.
Lloyd Yu, cum laude.
Rachel Abalos, cum laude.
Angelica Bustos.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Please join us in singing the alma mater, led by IVC music major Raylan Cudd. The lyrics are located on page 6 of your program. As we close, let me take a moment to thank the commencement work group and all the many volunteers for their hard work and efforts to make this a meaningful achievement. At this time, I want to ask the audience to please remain seated until the graduates have left this space, Live Oak Terrace, and for the music to stop before exiting to join your graduate. Will the graduates who are able to please rise? Graduates, there is a time-honored tradition left to perform to signify your graduation. As a symbol of your achievement, I invite you now to move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.